Hey guys, welcome to another video, and today, of course, we're doing another pickups video. This is some of the stuff I got after Black Friday and before. You know, they're just adding this stuff together, kind of wanting to put a big video together for you guys, or somewhat of a big video. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoy the pickups. Let's get right into it.
Your whole team can see your upper thigh. Pour that smooth roast and aim that camera up high. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
So here is Get Me Out, Please. Now, this is a survival horror game I just found out about. And before I get into the gameplay, I do want to show you what this collector's edition came with. Now, it came with this button, which I'll obviously keep in that package. It came with an acrylic keychain. I'll probably keep that in the package as well. Also came with this cool art book. I was hoping that this came with a soundtrack, but there's probably not too many tunes in this game anyway. So, yeah, no need for a soundtrack. But you can see some of the layout, characters, things like that. Also came with these like post art cards, I think. I'm not too sure, but and here is a standee for the art figures here. You can have them standing up on the symbol there. Pretty cool stuff. Now, the whole premise of this game is that you play one of 4 high school girls that are trying to escape a cursed school. I would almost say it's like a deadly game of hide and seek, but it's more of like a hide and escape. Now, you have to break 4 seals to open up the doors to get out of the school. Now, you have a time limit, but if the time limit runs out, you're trapped in the school forever. And you have a monster that's stalking you and your friends, and the monster will eventually possess your friends too, and your friends will start coming after you, so it gets pretty tense. If I could compare this game to something, it would definitely be Dead by Daylight, you know, where you play as 4 friends going against a killer. You gotta turn on the generators to escape. So that's exactly what this game is like, but I feel like this game is more, I like the fact that you're able to play with bots in case you can't play with any folks online, because I tried to find an online match, couldn't find anybody, but luckily it's not stuck to just online, so the bots are pretty smart. From what I've seen, they've been very helpful with trying to like break the seals and get out of the schools, so definitely a cool game I think a lot of people should check out. Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection. We finally have these games in a physical format. Yes, starting with X-Men Children of the Atom. I played this game on a live stream recently. I'm a bit rusty. I had a hard time getting to Magneto. I think losing the Psylocke so many times kind of wore me down. But I did get to Magneto. I did do the save state thing, so I'll go back and fight him later. Then I played a bit of Marvel Superheroes. This was my favorite back in the day. I love the gem system. I picked Magneto, and I was just a bit rusty. I don't know what it is, man. Like, I gotta get back into these games again, but I still had a great time. What's become my favorite over the years is actually X-Men vs. Street Fighter. I picked my team of Rogue and Sabretooth. Had a blast playing with them. Actually beat the game. Apocalypse is not actually a hard boss, so I got through him pretty easy. But then had to fight my partner, which ended up being Rogue, and I ended up losing to her. So I'll get back to that. But before the night ended, I had to play the Punisher. We finally have the Punisher Arcade Perfect physical release. I know the Genesis version wasn't that great, but this version obviously makes up for it. So definitely a great collection of games.
He thinks he's gonna like it's over if he gives him the information. And after that, thank you and goodbye.
Here's Halloween and Ash versus the Evil Dead. Now, these are 2 separate games, but they kind of intertwine at a certain point, I believe. If you're into action platform games, and of course you've seen the footage here, I think everybody could definitely get into this one. These ones, I would say. I think the guys that created this game are the same people who created Iron Meat. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody's played Iron Meat already. Now, the game's available on Switch, PS5, and Xbox, and those versions are on sale right now for $30, so I might just double dip for the Switch version. Here's Deadout Part 2. Now, the original game came out on Steam a few years back, and it's unfortunate that that did not get a physical release, but at least we got one of the games, and this is actually the better game. So, Deadout is pretty much a survival horror game where you're dealing with what I would say pretty much urban legends. So, the game kind of throws a lot at you. If you play games like Fatal Frame, you'll kind of know what you're getting into here. You actually attack enemies with your camera phone and other various objects. Now, this is one survival horror game that gets straight to the point. You know, first of all, it starts you off at a school at night, and it looks terrifying. Now, while you're at the school, it seems like it's pretty empty, but this is the best time to kind of get used to the controls in the game. Now, you play as Linda, the protagonist from the first game, and pretty much this game starts where the last game left off. Now, at nighttime is where you have to really fight enemies, and during the daytime, you get to walk around the city, go to dorms in the village and all that stuff, do all your traveling and look around. But when it's night, that's when it's time to fight. And this game just like, it throws all kind of weirdness at you, and that's one of the things I really like about it. The urban legend hook is really going to pull a lot of people in, because like all the different types of monsters you'll see and all kind of the weirdness will really throw some people through a loop. Now, there's a part early in the game where you get a live stream going on your phone, and it's basically this girl blaming you for what's going on all these people's deaths. And I was like, what the heck is this? And pretty much, this girl was pretty much saying it's on site. So when I left the school, I wasn't expecting this, but she was waiting for me at the front door, and pretty much a boss fight started, so I had to take her out. I got past it the first time thanks to like practicing how to move in the game, and using the phone against her was pretty easy. But how she appeared in the game was kind of like a foreshadowing of what things to come, pretty much. So you're going to always have to keep your head on the swivel in this game, because you never know what it's going to throw at you. And I think a lot of survival horror fans will like that. So keep this one on your radar. And also, they have a movie out for it. I did not even know this, but there's a movie on Deadout. So definitely check that. Well, let me know if you guys have seen it, if it's any good, so you can save me some time from watching it if it's bad. But anyways, this game is good. Definitely check it out. Here's Taiko Drum Master. This is kind of funny. I passed up on this game years ago at the college show. I meant to go back and pick it up, and someone had bought it before me. It was going for like, I think like $30. And I regretted it ever since that day. But I found it at my local game store, Graham Games. The box had everything in it, all I needed to start. So I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and pick this up finally. I don't know if everybody's going to like this game. I mean, if you like games with a bit of rhythm to it, I guess you'll like this. And also, it's interactive. You'll be playing the drums. But not sure how everybody will like this game. I like it, but yeah, I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. Alright, so don't laugh at me, but I did pick up Life is Strange Double Exposure. Now, I played the original game. Man, I think it's almost been like 9, maybe 10 years since that game came out. And this is like a true sequel to that one. Honestly, guys, I don't think any of the original staff that wrote the first one came back to write this one. You know, I beat the game. The story was, to me, was kind of meh. You know, I didn't really care about too many of the characters. They just seemed like I don't know, man. And it seemed like they tried to force you in certain situations that I didn't want to be in. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I'm just kind of tired of the whole, I don't know, telltale experience in a way with these games, because it seems like your choices don't really even matter, you know. But they are talking about coming out with a sequel for those of you that want the series to go on. But I don't know, man. I mean, I wanted to like it, but... And then I didn't really care about the character designs, how they looked in it. They looked off. But I don't know. But hey, you guys let me know if you played this. But I feel like a lot of you guys probably haven't. But maybe you guys could change my mind. Maybe you could say, hey, maybe there's light in the tunnel for the series. But as far as the story in this one, it was just pretty meh. Here's Blazing Strike, the limited edition. Now, I did a review on my channel about this game. And, you know, I was a big supporter of the game in the beginning. So I wanted to make sure I got a physical for it. And I know I didn't give the game glowing reviews because of how it was released, but they have had some updates that fix some issues that I had with it, but it still needs a bit more for me to kind of like really invest in like taking the game seriously. But this collector's edition or limited edition comes with some cool stuff that I want to show you guys. You got the CD soundtrack here, some art cards and stuff like that, and mainly the art book is really good, so you can see all the character designs. Now, I had this pre-ordered for a while on Amazon, I think for almost like 2 or 3 years, but I wanted to go ahead and get it to support the developer because it's kind of cool that one guy made it, but at the same time, like I said in my video, I kind of wish some other people helped him, so it would have been more polished, but it's still impressive.
Finish it right now or never.
I saw Miss Pacman for the Game Boy, and I said, you know what, I gotta pick this one up. I think this was going for like $15 or something like that. And I have a lot of versions of Pacman. You guys have probably seen the counter case I have. I really enjoy the game. I just wish that the Game Boy version had a little bit of a speed boost, but you know, understandably, you know, the Game Boy can't like really run games that fast, so I get it. But she goes at a pretty good speed. But after playing some of my counter case recently and seeing how fast Miss Pacman can go, it's kind of hard to go back from that. But still, it's Pacman on the Game Boy. If you like it, you know, definitely check this one out. Finally picked up Dead Space for PS5. I refused to buy this game at first because it was like $70, and I was like, no way I'm paying for this game. It's just like a small remake that we didn't ask for, but still a well done one. And me and Jason actually played this at his house, and we beat the game. I think it was a little over a year ago. And like I said, finally found it for a good price, and I'm looking forward to playing it. I don't know how I feel about this one over the original, because I think some of the differences in this one is that Isaac actually talks in this version of the game, which I don't mind as long as it's not too much. Like, if you play Dead Space 3, he talks way too much and gets kind of annoying. It's not just him, it's other characters too. You know, kind of the silence and terror kind of helped the first game, you know, because you just didn't know what was going on. But I'm looking forward to seeing how this one plays out. If you guys have played this one compared to the original, let me know what you guys think. Alright, here is Sturmwind Limited Edition from Video Games New York Soft. So, this limited edition is its second release. You guys have seen the first Dreamcast release for it, I'm pretty sure. But this limited edition comes with a memory card shell of the game, which is pretty cool. So there's a bunch of VMUs out there, so all you gotta do is just replace it, you know. And I'm gonna do that later. I couldn't do it now for this video, but just wanted to show you guys how it looked. Now these just came out. There's still some left at Video Game New York Soft store. I will leave a link in the description, or you can pick this up from. But definitely check this game out if you're a fan of horizontal shoot 'em ups. Here is Street Fighter 4 Collector's Edition. This is the vanilla version of the game, but still worth playing to this day, I think. The game is not as active as it used to be online, but still, it's a very fun game, and this game was the resurgence of Street Fighter. The series had kind of fell off over the years, but this game like brought everybody back into the game. So, seeing here, it's got the Ryu action figure. I never really cared for how Ryu looks in this game. Like that step forward on the cover there just looks kind of gross because he's not wearing any shoes, but whatever. But it comes with the game, of course, thick manual inside, and it comes with the movie Times That Bind or something like that, and has a soundtrack in there and a comic book as well. But yeah, definitely still a solid game to play.
I'm impressed you made it this far. Show me your power. All of it! Don't hold back! Bleeding Haze, Nightmare! This place shall become your grave!
I bought a box from GG Retro Box recently, and it came with Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Now, if you haven't seen that cover before, that is the special edition 10 case that came with like the 2 extra characters at the time. And yeah, this is the vanilla version of the game before we got Ultimate. Still a great version of the game to play. They did change a lot in the newer version, but I think this one's still worth going after. So if you like 3-on-3 chaotic action, you know, hey, try this one out. So here's Bravely Default Part 2. Now, I remember how ecstatic everybody was about these games back when they first came out, and I didn't really give them a chance. You know, I had them, and I said, you know what, I'm not really interested in these games. But now, after beating the first game, I feel like the series is a good investment to get into. So I'm pretty sure most of you guys will agree with me about these. If you like turn-based RPGs, you know, this game, you can't get more traditional than this game. But if you like that old school RPG turn-based combat, look no further than this.
Right, let's see. Here I go.
Too easy.
Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. So don't laugh at me, guys, but I never really played a Far Cry game before this one. And this is a hilarious one to start at. But I'm happy with it because I'm a fan of Michael Biehn. He is the voice of the main character. You guys will probably know him from the Terminator movie. He played Kyle Reese. But this game takes place in an 80s type future. And it's actually pretty funny. I like how the game starts out. You know, it has you in a helicopter. You're shooting a Gatling gun at a bunch of targets. And then once you get to the gameplay itself in first person, like when you're on ground, it plays a couple of jokes on you, like trying to take you through all these tutorials just to annoy you or whatever like that. But once the game gets started, it gets going really fast. Now, as of right now, I'm not that far into the game, but still, I'm liking what I'm seeing, and I'm glad that this was made into a physical by Limited Run. But come to find out, too, that there was a physical for the 360, so I picked that one up as well. What was funny was, you guys saw the 360 version I showed earlier in the video, but it came out on PS3, but only as a digital download, so pretty annoying there. But either way, I'm glad it got a physical release on a Sony platform, and whatever you get this on, guys, you're going to really enjoy it. It's hilarious. It doesn't take itself too seriously, and it's a throwback to the 80s.
Leave no enemies functioning.
Here's BroForce, the BroForce Forever Edition. Found out this got a physical release. This went on sale during Black Friday. You guys probably remember me and Jason playing this back in the day. Pretty much you play as all these 80s action heroes, and when one fails, another one will come to take its place. And it's so many heroes to go through this game. I mean, they have pretty much everybody that you could think of. So very fun game. It took me a while to get used to it, to figure things out, but I had fun with this one, so decided to go ahead and pick it up during the Black Friday sale. And most people saw the Switch version on sale, but of course, I'm looking for the PS4 version, and thankfully I found it, so got this for 20 bucks. MegaMan Battle Network Legacy Collection. So this consists of the 6, I believe, Game Boy Advance games, and I almost played this back in the day when it first came out. One of my friends from the military, Daniel, was really into the Mega Man Legacy series. He was telling me, man, you got to pick this series up. It's awesome. But I just ignored it because I wasn't into playing a turn-based Mega Man game. I don't know if it was like similar to Pokemon at the time, but I just didn't want to play it. But now seeing it all together, I feel like I could take a chance on it. You know, it was a well-received Game Boy Advance game back in the day, and obviously it has a bunch of sequels, so a lot of people like it. So I love that Capcom put it on this collection together. I think it was a missed opportunity to add Mega Man Transmission, the Battle Network Transmission on the GameCube. If you guys remember that game, I think this should have been added on the collection as well. But still, happy to try these games out. I'll let you guys know how I feel after I at least beat the first game. Diesel Legacy Brazen Age. Just recently found out about this game, and once I saw it, I said I gotta give it a chance. So it looked like just a regular beat 'em up to me, but basically it's a 2-on-2 battle, but the game is played in a beat 'em up style, if that makes sense. So now you see the gameplay here, and the characters look pretty good. I love the art style they went with this game. But looking at the characters, I had to go with the Mafia girl, and her moves were amazing. You know, she pulls out a Tommy gun. She's got the drive-by shooting move. She's got like her Mafia guys come in and help her. It's just like it was some crazy super moves she pulled off. So I'm looking forward to using the other characters as well. But once I saw what she had, I couldn't wait to see what other moves everybody else had. Hopefully, you know, I can find some people online playing this as well, because they encourage you to play online against other people. Definitely something very cool and unique, and the game is on the cheap. It's retailing for $30, so I think it's worth the try. It is on the Switch as well, but I couldn't find a Switch copy on Amazon, so of course I went with my dear PS5 version here, and I think you guys will like this one as well. Alright guys, so that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I was a bit late getting this video out, and I'm sorry about that. You know, some prices have changed for some of these games, mainly Ash vs. the Evil Dead and Halloween pack. That's no longer on sale as of this video being released, but hopefully it'll go back on sale for 30 bucks or less. But anyways guys, that's all I got for you in this video, the Radical one, and I will see you all later.